Hey soldiers, how are you? So today we're gonna go ahead and cook some Alaskan cod and some asparagus. And also we're gonna go ahead and use some rice, some basmati rice, something like that. But it's not jasmine rice. I think it's like basmati rice, something like that. But I like it. And those are the two rice that I do. So first we're gonna go ahead and take the Pam spray down all of our fish. Then we're going to use some salt. I like to use, of course, the Himalaya salt. We're going to use some ground black pepper. Finish that off. Then we're going to use some red pepper flakes. Get it all nice and spicy. Of course, that's optional if you don't like spice, but I love spice. That is the onion powder. And then we use garlic powder as well. And that is of course, my favorite season. This is why it's so big because I use it on almost everything that I cook. And that is the chicken bouillon seasoning from Core. I believe that's the person who makes it, company who makes it. So yeah, we gotta shake her up, get the clumps out, pound her down. She just got open, get her nice and ready to go, honey. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do this. It's Monday. We're going to go ahead and do a quick dinner. Put her on a pan. Put her in the oven. Do a little quick rice. And we're done, honey. So let's see. Okay, you guys. So I am looking for my paprika, honey. Because, of course, anything that's a little light, you want to add a little color to it. But I cannot find that paprika, as you guys can see. And we're like, forget it. We're going to move on. She fine like this. Forget the paprika. Make sure she's seasoned all over. And then now we are going to flip her to do the same thing on the other side with the same seasonings we used on the other side. So now we're just going to go ahead and take our Pam and spray it down. And just go back and use the same seasonings that we did. I'm recording. Okay. So here, that is the garlic salt. I rather use garlic powder than garlic salt. So this is what the difference is of me not using that one. But I had it out, so this is why I kind of put it back down. But that's cayenne pepper as well. I don't think I showed that in the beginning, but that's cayenne pepper. Like I said, I do like a little bit of spice, so I do add the red flakes and the cayenne pepper. So not everything, but majority of everything. But that's the garlic powder that I like to use rather than the garlic salt. That's the onion powder. And of course, we all know my chicken seasoning. It just makes everything taste so good to me. But of course, it's optional. You guys can use whatever season that you like. These are just the seasonings that I chose to use on the oven baked fish. So now I'm just going to go ahead and open up this asparagus, lay the asparagus down flat next to the fish. And you can use any fish. I do this also with salmon as well and flounder. But this is cod. The same thing. You spray it down with the Pam. I use Pam butter. And we're going to go ahead and season it up. We're going to add our salt, our pepper. And normally when it comes down to vegetables, I just use the salt, pepper, chicken bouillon. I normally don't put the onion and garlic and all that other stuff on it because it really doesn't need it if it just has the chicken seasoning and the other one. But sometimes I do. But this one, I think I am going to put it on there because, your girl likes seasoning. You feel me? So we added that on there as well. And that's it. You see me? Because I'm like, wait, okay. Because I already just, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this time I did. And this is actually dinner for tonight, honey. Okay. Oven on 350. Put her at the bottom rack. And now we are getting ready to go ahead on with our rice. Okay, so we're gonna get our pot out, everybody. Of course, whatever pot that you like. I always try to go with a non-stick pot for my rice. It's the Bayasami rice. Y'all, I don't know the name of it, but it's really good rice. It's definitely different from jasmine rice, but I love this rice as well. It's a little more stickier, but this rice is pretty good. Okay, and I love the pouch that it comes in because it comes with a sticky thing that actually closes the rice back, which is great for not getting rice everywhere. Then I normally just go ahead and fill the bottom up, cover the whole bottom, make sure it's enough. And then I wash my rice in water. And then we're going to put her back on the stove. I like to measure the water with the spoon to make sure that the rice in the water is enough. And I make sure that the water is just like almost to the middle of the spoon or the middle of the spoon. And that's how I know that it's enough water or it's not too much water. If the water is over the middle of the spoon, then it's too much water and I have to pour some out. This is why you see me pour some out, because it was a little bit too over for me. And then I put the stove on after I put my seasoning in, which I add my butter. And then after I add my butter, we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic salt, the garlic pepper, the garlic powder, sorry, and onion powder. Of course, our salt and black pepper. Just a little bit of salt because it's rice, right? You don't need that much salt because we added the other stuff in it. But you know I'm about to put my chicken bouillon in there. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You know she going. She going in there. Period. Okay. Now we ready to go ahead and give baby girl. Okay, one more thing. My bad. We need the olive oil because of course I do add butter, but I do add the oil just to make sure she don't stick while she's coming to fluff. You feel me? We got to make sure she got the butter for the taste, but the oil so she don't stick together. You know, nobody like to know a little sticky, right? So we're going to go ahead and stir her up together. Make sure all of the grains got all the seasoning. Because once we put this top on, there's no more stirring. And I had to learn that when I first started cooking rice. Don't you stir that rice. Leave that rice right there, honey. How them grains gonna come out is how they gonna come out. But you keep stirring it, you're gonna have mushy, broken up rice. And it's not it. It's not giving. So I turn her on high and I let her boil. Okay? I let her boil. Let's go ahead and check on the oven situation because she was already smelling good. She almost done. So then now she boiling. You want to see them little holes. You'll start seeing holes in it. When you start seeing them holes, you want to take that aluminum foil. You want to place it on top. Put that lid on top. And then you turn off the stove. Okay, you want to turn off the stove and you're going to let it steam the rest of the way. Make sure the lid is all the way down, and you'll basically know by the aluminum foil that's inside the pot. You'll see it rise a little bit, like okay, the steam hitting it. It's okay. It feels the pressure, you know. And then once you know that, you good. It's sealed. It's sealed, and it's doing this thing. It's cooking the rest of the way without it being on the stove actually on. Okay, so now we done. We're gonna take our rice. As you can see, she done. She done, girl. And our asparagus and our Alaskan cod, she done. This was like 30 minutes altogether, y'all. Maybe not even that. I'm gonna say probably like 20. Maybe like a 20. This was like a 20, giving a 20-minute. Go in the kitchen. Let me go ahead and get dinner together for these kids after school on this Monday. Hello? You know, let's go ahead and get this done for these girls, these folk. Okay. Let's go ahead and play her up. Let's see what she looking like on the plate. But sometimes, baby girl, it don't matter what she look like on the plate. It matter how she tastes. And I already know she hitting, she fire. And let me tell you something. If she not my little baby, my son, he gonna let you know real quick. He don't give a fuck you. Excuse my language. He don't care if you the mama